Does this make more sense to you than it does to me?
The autocast poof, it does to me. Like it just allows you to basically simultaneously poof on all of your meepos at the same time. So it's pretty solid. You do have to have one meepo that is on your target that you want to target. So everyone will just get on top, which is pretty great. I think it's just easier to pull off your combo now. Again, I just want to see what the timings are like, because that's really the big question mark. The economy's changed so much. You're so reliant on kills to snowball. And Meepo used to be a hero that used to hybrid farm and kill. So I'm not sure how well your timings on Blink Dragonlance Ags is going to be in comparison to last time. But once you do hit that timing, then you just build stats on top. Man, that Mega Meepo for 45 seconds, it feels like it's going to be unkillable. Like you don't have any clear solution for that.
Wait, Meepo, you can't go down like that. Okay, it's okay if Aaron dies though. At least the Meepo is going to be able to live. They will get first blood over Aaron. Butterfly Effect's going to be the one that gets it. So all kind of jokes aside, it looks like a pretty goddamn good Meepo game. They really do not have a lot of AoE damage, like your traditional ways to answer the hero. So I wonder if they're going to be forced to itemize accordingly to that. But at least Butterfly Effect will have pretty much enough gold to start the lane with a bottle.
Yeah, and that should give him a bit of a better time in trying to get that harassment out on small KK. The initial levels for Meepo are the point where he doesn't feel too good. You can kind of try to bully out. Level 1, 2, 3 even don't feel amazing for the Meepo. So you should find that opening for Butterfly, but every time small KK gets free hits in, doesn't quite feel good for him either on Butterfly Effect. But the Resonant Pulse should at least fix some of those issues once the levels are up.
Oh, he went Ransack level 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I
think it's specifically because he's up against a melee hero matchup, so he knows he's going to be up in the wave to try to clear out. I can just kind of burn through. I don't mind too much. I can sustain myself clearing out the creeps. And he goes for the Earthbind as well. So he's just looking for some opportunities to harass out. Again, with the changes to creeps, you kind of do want to just take a more aggressive stance in Meepo. This will impact, say, your early jungle with your first Divided We Stand, but again, it opens up this way of just controlling and right-clicking someone down, giving you those kills to snowball off of.
Well, bottom lane ran through very close to hitting that second level. We'll be able to do it now with the range creep going down. They're going to get instant... Look at the aggression. But the Nightmare to be able to set off the hook. We'll be able to sidestep away from the Bane so he doesn't eat the hook. And regardless, so a lot of damage being dealt into the Sky. But he's got plenty of tangos to keep himself healthy.
Yep. He's got some sustain on hand, but you're not slowing down the Pudge farm too much. You're actually pretty heavily impacted on CZY and trying to get his own farm. So this is another pretty good lane for Lonfert to find himself in. Let's get the build-up he needs and get going from there. Another hook.
And another kill. Very nicely done. I mean, this bottom lane is going to be very aggressive for Poke, and even Cactus can get pretty up in their face as well with the early points in the Scorched Earth and the Sky Mage's abilities too. And I guess let's take a look at top lane. This is probably a bit more of a farming lane for Cactus, but for Poke, Rubik and Centaur, they also have a lot of kill threat as well. Maybe not too much on the TA because you can play with Refraction, but if the Clockwork's out of position, even though he's pretty tanky, they might be able to bring him down like a second or a third attempt with their spells.
They could definitely try. I think Killer does want to play it safer though. The counterplay from the TA here is pretty high. Like her armor melt does rip right through a Centaur. You don't have that much armor to begin with. Until your Vanguard's up, you're not that safe against a TA if she does get aggressive, although Summer's pretty far forward.
She is, and Refraction's completely gone for Summer now, so... Alright, never mind. I thought they wouldn't be able to get the TA, but apparently they can.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising. He walks up really forward without the clock, and they melt through the Refraction with the right clicks, and just melt the hero with some really well-timed spells with the left back and the stop, so... Have to be a bit cautious in that lane. Everything so far looking pretty damn good here for the side of Poke. Maybe the mid lane is something that you'd argue Cactus is doing better in. Better CS.
Nice hook. What the hell? One fur. All right.
Yeah. Again, that move speed. I mean, the Skyrat Mage is a pretty speedy hero. Doesn't take too much, though, with the leeway you have on the meat hook now to catch heroes. It's, and I'd argue it's still pretty big. I know Jenkins is a big Pudge player, but that hook is massive.
Sorry, I think he meant the sound wasn't as impactful. Not
The sound?
Yeah, like you know how you can hear it in Fog of War now?
Oh. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely not. No.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant with the previous point.
Okay,
The speed
okay.
definitely is got super noticeable.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was mildly confused that Jenkins would say something that Pudge being improved isn't a big deal. Makes more sense. Look at Butterfly Effect.
Swap. Should get the kill. 2 points into Simulate for Butterfly Effect. A very odd build, but unless can they get away?
Oh,
kind
he
of
got
body
blocked.
blocked. Yeah, I saw. Oh, Butterfly Effect. Very nice kill for him. Still an interesting build though. 1-2-2. Often we see it's more points in the Remnant and the Resonant Pulse. Maybe wants that extra AoE damage, but top lane the action continues. Jimmy under the tower. Well, now with the rotation out of the sky, Poke have gone a bit too far, and well, they're going to be penalized for that attempt. There's now Aaron as well, completely surrounded by the 3 Dire members. Wants to get Jimmy before he dies, and well, at least we'll be able to do so. At least a silver lining, but still it is a trade that heavily favors Cactus.
You are saving Summer. You're getting some activity now from Fish King, who his presence down bot isn't the best. Lonfer is down here for an early rotation, though.
I think they saw him with the Watchstar. I don't know if it was a Dire ping or a Raiding ping. Well, they're definitely going to see Bane. Well, mid lane, small KK. He's got 3 heroes up in his face. Bane's going to try and TP in. Let's see what they can do to try and protect one of the Meepos. They're doing a pretty solid job early on. Without that actual step, it seems like they were just lacking that gap close and a little bit of extra nuke potential.
Yeah, and it's a lot of commitment down mid. Try and get something, and you just don't find it. So you're pretty happy with that. Coming out here on the side of Poke, you're just keeping a small KK alive as long as possible. And you are still getting decent enough buildup, or although it does feel like Cactus is now starting to find the edge for their cores. TZY, Summer, and Butterfly Effect up above. Monfer and small KK kind of lagging behind. This is where it hurts the Meepo.
Finally, with that ultimate, it looks like he should. Whoa, strength threads. He's okay. They're going to turn it. Butterfly Effect taking a lot of tower right clicks. Like he too will be able to reposition back to safety. So multiple heroes playing inside this mid lane. Meanwhile, Summer's going to get a solo kill onto the Centaur top lane. So beautifully done from him.
Again, the Centaur is just so vulnerable. No Vanguard up yet. You just melted the physical output. You're just really a sitting duck when the TA does find that opening on you. And you will always find that opening when your focus is elsewhere. You're just working out this aggression well. You're forcing the focus onto mid to save small KK. You're opening up the side lanes. You're not giving any soft targets for Lonfer to keep hooking down. And they managed to get Jumi to steal away the rune as well. Feels good.
Bottom. We'll trade a couple of heroes. Pudge going to go down. Nice doing from TZY. Do have the Bane starting to move to bottom. It is underneath an Observe Ward, so it's going to be scouted out with this rotation. We are getting that different build out of TZY again, though, mid lane. Maybe trying to get a bit aggressive with Butterfly Effect or secure some of the power runes. A lot of emphasis this game on that mid lane so far.
They have a good read on it from Cactus. They understand that the Meepo is going to really be almost like the scaling hero. As, again, it's kind of ridiculous what it can do with the Ags up. So you do want to put a lid on that early on. They, again, have been denying Lonfer this opportunity to try to bully out the softer supports in his lane. Although he sees the sky again.
So at least should be able to add another Flesh Heap stack here for Lonfer. Well, Jumi's going to be able to re-enter this top lane as well. Summer's a little bit split. But once he's able to close the distance, should be able to... He's trying to rely on the side blades to actually get Aaron. And as a result of missing both those right clicks, Aaron's going to be able to get on out thanks to the Stampede. So an ultimate used just to protect the support. But Nonetheless, maybe they're still going to be able to stick around top and consider about getting a kill now with Ranfu here as well.
Yeah. You've got Solid Wave controlling, but you are playing it safe now. Summer's dipping in and out of that jungle, working on that full Deso early on. So he's got a good path going there. He might be able to punish Yumi.
Oh, all right. Should easily be able to do so. Dyra coming, though. Butterfly effect. A pretty decent flurry of spells should be able to secure the kill onto Aaron. Now, he's only got one more ultimate to work with to help get out. But he is wasting time for the cactus reinforcements to start to arrive. It's going to be Sky and TA here in combination together. Get done now. Oh, they're actually just looking to go bottom. They're completely avoiding top lane. Great use of the Rift in combination with Small KK. They're going to be able to chase down the Doom. That was a big kill for them to find. Doom has a Radiance queued up. My, oh my.
Ah. Radiance coming out. It makes sense against the Meepo, right? We were talking about maybe a lack of AoE damage. The burn does help. The mischance is something Meepo really doesn't deal with too well. So it is effective in terms of increasing your EHP. It is fairly greedy though. And that's the one thing I do not like about this on the Doom. It is going to be greedy. We talked about potential builds for the Doom here. Some like Meteor Hammer and Aura build-up was okay if you wanted to go. But you need to be a hero that plays with your Void Spirit. The Radiance, even when it comes up in a decent timing, it's not like you're going to be able to play off the back of that. And he might die again.
Again, they're going to be able to set up for the hook. There's a TP coming out, but it's just way too late. Look at the ward though, at least, so that's something that can maybe make this bottom side of the map a little bit safer. But you do have some free farming. This is almost Desolator completed here for the Templar Assassin. Jumi is trying to soak up his level 6 as well for the Clockwork, who's a little bit away from it, but it's a much, much better game as mid. Ranfu trying to get in range for the Fiends group. Won't be able to, though.
Quite able to gap close there. Not enough hold coming out from Meepo as well, with just the one Earthbind coming out. You are right on the TA, just hitting this Desolator time. It will feel big. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Like, it does still feel like you've got the Stampede solution turn away. You've got the Bane to reduce the output in the middle of these fights if your positioning's correct on Ranfu. So I'm not sure about how much value you can get out. And even something like the Centaur here already has the full Vanguard, going for the Crimson Guard next. They're finding ways to block off a lot of that physical burst that they are trying to bring here. Good scan as well, spotting out for Lonfer that there is massive movement in that tier 1. So they'll just use the smoke and teleport her in.
Whoa, 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 look at the turnaround. Oh, pretty quick reactions. They stole the Doom as well. So Lonfer's going to go down, but off the back of the support's poke, they might be able to make this an even trade. They just need to cause it. Where are they? No one wants to come down. Centaur's got a TP, but he wants nothing to do with his bottom engagement. So in the end, even though it was a great stolen usage of the Dune from Aaron to get the kill onto the offlaner, he probably is going to go down. And it looks like he will indeed. So a 3-for-1. You do have Small KK, though, that's free farming mid lane. Centaur's getting farm as well. So it seems like the core is just wanting to put a little bit more emphasis on their own game. And John, well, we do have the Mega Meepo coming up. Small KK, he's queued up the Scepter.
It's a little bit earlier than I expected. I figured you go for the blink, try to get kills. But if you can get that good timing on your Ags anyway, I mean, when you have the Mega Meepo 45 seconds in a fight, that much HP and armor, it feels unkillable. So I'm keen to see again what the solution is going to be from Cactus. And they find the objective they want. Monfers in a bit of a more awkward spot. He's still here.
What he is... Cloak is a lot of absorption now. They're going to have the damage inside the Dismember, though. Still, no one else is looking to connect with Lonfer. In fact, it's Summer that even rotates the bottom. So Poke, I mean, they're playing this... They should chill out a little bit. You have the cores that want nothing to do with team fighting, and they keep putting themselves in a position where your die can get that jump where the rest of the team are unable to potentially connect.
It's a little bit strange. Maybe, again, just not comfy enough with Killa not having a blink. Perhaps once that's up with a Crimson Guard, you start to take more of these counter fights your way, but the lack of commitment from Poke is a little bit painful because there are lots of opportunities with how often the side of Cactus is forcing out this movement. And again, kills matter a lot in the early game. So you're bleeding out quite a fair bit onto the side of Cactus. Cactus now feeling confident enough to just go for a smoke play. And then even just Remnant Mystic Flare is a huge amount of damage here. And if they manage to find one more kill off the back of this haste, could really start to add up. Like, the timings are lining up. The Radiance is almost there for TZY. Aaron?
Bottom is in some trouble as well, even though we're just watching Small KK kill off Mr. Jumi, trying to be a nuisance to slow down the Meepo's farming at the Ancients, but in fact just fed another kill over to him.
Yeah. And not the hero you want to feed kills onto. The rotation down bot also kind of falling flat. You've got the pipe to protect now from Lonfer. You're not going to be able to magically burst too many heroes now with that added protection. Full Radiance up and running here for TZY.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of burn damage for sure, especially when you have Scorched Earth up. You're running around. You can just get a lot of value from Mischance up against the Meepo. It is pretty damn big, but it also is still greedy. So you're still waiting for more items on top. It's always funny when Roach switches around and runs down a support.
Yeah, what are they trying to do up here? 4 heroes rotate. Are they considering Roche with small KK? I mean, double Dragonlance has got a lot of stats. They are aware that maybe some shenanigans are going on. They can't keep tabs with this Rocket Flare. Radiant have very good vision nearby, so yeah, it looks like they're going to make the attempt for Roche before the TA lineup's able to.
Yeah.
Oh,
again,
awesome.
understanding what they'd want to do here on the side of Cactus. Like, you want the killer objective into Roche. Your objective doesn't feel as big anymore with mid, again, not being connected to that. And Rocket Flare scouts, but Roche is falling a bit too fast. They have the gate to walk into, though. They're not
but they've got their double Aether Remnant on the gate along with a ward, so as soon as someone pops out, they're going to get stunned up, and like you said, they're not going to go for it, though. They'll be a little bit too late regardless, so Age is given over to small KK, and he's probably just going to look to farm for a little bit. Well, in fact, Radiant, they've got a really good ward by this bottom outpost, and they've got the Blink on Killer to look to utilize as well. They want a juicier target than the Skyreth Mage, but they'll probably be forced just to jump him instead.
Yeah. Not the biggest kill off the back of that smoke, but you're more than happy, small KK.
Yeah, he's in some trouble. Doesn't have any other Meepos to prove to, and I think, yeah, all right, they're going to have to Stampede to help him get away. They could rift through. What do they want to do here from Poe? They've got great wards top. They scout out TZY inside the lane.
You just can't quite go. Yeah, you're more than you're happy enough in Cactus. Like, again, this build up, you're getting on Summer. He's got the blink coming out. The TA is starting to be a massive problem that you still have solutions to for the side of Pope, but the lead is starting to widen to the point where you should be a little bit concerned about that TA getting a bit too much here. And even the other heroes on the side of Cactus, right? Like, you've got the Echo Saber up and running on Butterfly Effect. He's going for the Mage Slayer next. Your timings on Lonfer feel like they've been stalled out on the Pudge. He's gone for utility for his team, going for the pipe, going for the blink next. So he's not got that rot scaling damage in Cactus.
Alright, Jumi's going to be able to get the start with the Mystic Flare. They want to try and blow up the Centaur, but the pipe activated. Centaur's going to be okay. So they're forced to try and doom him up. Butterfly Effect is looking like he's got a free fight. And even Summer's going to look to get involved as well. So Cactus, they're going to be cautious over the Meepo, considering about jumping in, but still small KK doesn't see the easiest window. And Aaron, as a result, he's going to be chased down. This should be 4-0 once they're able to get a glimpse of him. Summer jumps over the top and pretty much 2 hits him in the end. So great raid from Cactus that this Meepo is still not ready to take some fights.
And just constantly force this issue. They know they're strong at this moment with how much damage they've got pumping out. And it just feels a little bit disconnected from Pope while waiting for small KK to make that commitment. He does have the Mega Meepo on hand. So a lot of stats coming in. Probably wants the max divide to withstand before being really comfy there, along with the dig. Just going to have to farm up a little bit more.
Oh. The bottom lane. Fiend's Grip's going to be able to hold the Templar Assassin into place as well, so they can easily address the support and then go back for the main damage source bottom. Beautifully done. One for Rewarded with a double kill. That's going to give him enough gold for the blink in our mid lane as well. Small KK. Silence going to prevent the extra root follow-up. Butterfly effect. He had the Mage Slayer queued up for a little bit, but wanted to go back for some of that AoE control here with the Scepter. And well, that's a big reason of why he's able to stay alive there.
And Silence just messing up Small KK's combination. Not going to be able to keep that perma lockdown on the Void Spirit. This could be a bit of a problem for Poke down the line. I mean, you only have really Dismember and Fiend's Grip if you want to focus in on these tanky heroes. And for now, it does feel like they need to kind of stack that on the TA. Let's see if they find a way of just keeping that Void Spirit pinned down once that Silence comes through onto Small KK. For Small KK, though, and he's looking pretty good with stats. Just going to go for a safe push.
Oh, Killer still gets the jump. They might need a Stampede so Lonfer can close the distance. Still on cooldown, in fact, for another 25 seconds. But what a good timing out of the push. You're going to get the T2 tower, and the Obelisk, I should say, is ready to take. That's a big Courier snipe, though. Small KK lost the Aghanim Shard.
Yeah. Shouldn't take them too long to melt. Push goes up. And they get the shard onto Ranfu. So, what is that now? Brain Sap AoE for free. Gets to sustain a little bit more in the middle of these fights. Always feels good.
And Meepo instantly TPs over to the Aaron one as well, so they're going to be able to play with multiple shards now here for Poke. And also just puts it on cooldown as well instantly, which is the nice thing. So, Shard given over the Pudge, so he's got a eat with the Dismember. So a nice save. You've got multiple saves. Potential Telekinesis Shard if Aaron wants to go down that route. Of course, a lot of utility. Even the Nightmare as well can prove to be a bit of an issue. So there's some nice little spikes starting to get picked up for Poke. But for, I mean, Cactus, they are still keeping up in net worth. Like, they are not far behind at all. TZY with this Radiance build is getting a lot of farm. You got TA who's been completely untouched this game, just finding whatever farm she would ever desire.
Yeah, you're still getting everything you want here on the side of Cactus. For Poke, it does feel like their lineup's the one that needs to play a little bit faster. You're kind of just sitting back. Killa's queuing up Ags. Killa's actually queuing up the Hitch a Ride.
Well, versus the TA, it's pretty nice because you can't right-click anyone, and they don't have a lot of AoE damage. I need to read this Scepter again.
Lonfer? Is it Lonfer you drag in? Do you drag the Mega Meepo in? That's one question I had on mind. Like, if you target Mega Meepo with your ally Dismember or the Hitch a Ride, does it take the Prime Meepo or the Mega Meepo form? That's an interesting one to think about.
Oh, man, I've got no idea.
Right?
No idea.
I mean, a Pudge eating that many Meepos at once, I don't think it's physically possible.
Oh, I don't know, dude. Pudge a big boy. Pudge a big boy. I feel like you might be insulting him, saying he can't actually eat them all.
All at once down his throat pipe? That's a lot. It's a lot.
Man's got it. I believe him. He got that big belly for a reason. He can hold them all into place.
I don't know if that's going to be a play down the line, though. That is an interesting one. Because I know if you dig while in Mega Meepo, it breaks your Mega Meepo form. So theoretically, it only affects the Prime, which means these saving plays that they're looking like they're gunning for here isn't really going to be saving the Meepo in the way you might want it to.
Alright, can you guys fight, please? I need to see this Mega Meepo. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me get some action. Let me see how this Scepter works. Oh, that's a... Alright, well, he's avoided the Scepter on Killer at the moment, specifically, but for a big reason, because he's gone Halberd, so... Yay. A lot of a right-click damage is going to be heavily mitigated now, thanks to the disarm.
Some good solution to that TA. You have a lot of solutions for that hero right now, especially while the BKB is down. Small KK.
Where's the Mega Meatball? What's this? I don't want just some crappy kill.
I mean, they don't need to use it. You know, Aries, like, we all want it, but, you know, it's a spell with a cooldown. If you don't need to use it, you don't need to use it. You just take these kills. You're fine. We need to see a wider team fight.
All right. I get it. Well, maybe with Roche being up potentially shortly. Let's see something occur. Small KK is actually setting up bottom lane. He's got to be cautious because Dire do have that cliff ward. He's actually going to jump the Void Spirit instead. Some protection coming out for the Resonant Pulse, and that's going to be enough to keep Butterfly Effect alive. They know that he used all his ultimate charges, though, so he's a little bit vulnerable. I guess the wrong way, looking for the TP out there. They go for the blind wall. Oh, Aaron, great TP into the outpost. Just gives them the vision they need. And yeah, and that small mistake, sometimes it can cost you with the Void Spirit when you've got quick cast on. Accidentally hit the actual step twice. Without that second charge, he's going to go down.
They head back top immediately. They see TZY here.
All right, Aaron. More stumping hook. Okay. Well, then, Summer's actually here as well. TA's got a pretty good position up on the high ground. TZY is going to be able to get some distances away, but the Mystic Flare, they just shrug it off. All the heroes inside the cogs to tank along with the pipe. So Jumi should go down, and yep, the Nightmare is going to stop the retreat. Or Flesh Heap Starters kill it just off the mark, though. Sorry, with the stomp.
Just a little bit off. Still find a lot of good kills coming out here. You don't find any other cores outside of the Doom. This should allow that shove on that tier 2 creep wave. Still a bit further back, though. You're just kind of twacking at backdoor on the Meepo, but you don't really care too much on this hero. You do have the sustain to kind of get that done. And I like the route that Small KK is going for the Scotty. So going for just all the stats in the world. And once he has that with the double Dragon Lance, man, this Meepo, the Mega Meepo is going to feel great. I feel like I'm overhyping it now just because we haven't seen it yet. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got you worked out, but he's not even using it yet. I'm sorry, man. I want to see it too.
Come on, dude. Well, we're not really getting big fights like you said, so maybe that's the thing. You know, it doesn't want to put it on cooldown. 60 seconds. It's like, let's chill. Wait for that big fight that's eventually going to break out, but will we ever get it? Because Cactus, again, are playing very split with their team, just a bit disconnected. Haven't found that real prime opportunity to make the best of the situation they are currently in.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting solutions here on the side of Cactus. Like, you have stuff to pierce through that debuff immunity anyway. Doesn't feel like it's the biggest deal in the world for Poke to have to kind of fight into here.
What's going on across the map? Top lane they're setting up, bottom lane they're setting up as well. They're going to be able to get the Doom onto Lonfer. Small KK, though, is going to be instantly onto the TA. BKB, but the Halberd, it's going to stop him from right-clicking. There's the Mega Meepo! Go, go, go! They should be able to get the kill. Oh, my lord. Down goes Sky. Chuck it over to Summer as well. Another Meepo making a third one up on the dome, but Small KK's in trouble. That's where the Dig's able to come into play. Back up to a respectable health pool, and he can keep fighting. All right, John, you did not disappoint.
I told you this here's dumb. He had what, 7k HP? 4.8k HP when you turned Mega Meepo? And then you have Dig, like, you get full HP when it's like not a percent of your remaining HP in all the Meepos. It's just full. You split apart, you dig to regen on the Prime Meepo if he's in trouble later on, and you just reset. It's like, this hero is ridiculous. I feel like this hero is actually just going to get instant nerfed on the next sub patch. I have a feeling. Because he has too many self-saves. He has scaling into the late game. That was Meepo's issue before, right? You miss your tempo, you're a dead hero.
Yeah.
You know, you don't do as much. Now you do, because you can right-click like a madman with stats. Mega Meepo.
And look at that, they're setting up for the Wisdom Room bottom as well. They might be able to get the kill onto the Sky simultaneously while they're getting Roshan. Man, Poker feeling themselves.
Yeah, it's a solo Roche for Small KK. I mean, you can still do this despite Roche being a little bit tougher. Doesn't matter too much for the Meepo. Good God.
And I really like this build from Monfer. Like, nothing crazy, no Scepter. It's just all utility. He's going Shiva's next. He's got the Halberd to address the TA. They've got, of course, double Halberd with Killer having it. Speaking of Killer, I thought they were going to go for him. No, he's chilling though. But yeah, I'm just really big fan of Lonfer in regard to his itemization this game. I think he's done a very solid job. You know, had a great lane. Of course, the Bane can help enable that, but also just how active he's been across the map and giving a lot of time for small KK to be able to hit his timing.
Yeah, it's a good understanding. Again, a good correction from what we saw yesterday, where it felt like everyone's kind of greedy. This time, they're playing pretty open on Killa and on Lonfer and allowing small KK to be that condition on Meepo.
Oh, shot in. Speaking of Lonfer, he can just shrug off this Mystic Flare. Yeah, it's going to do nothing. They're even going to doom him as well. Stampede out, but the Wraith, the Remnant just clips him. Great placement from that with Butterfly Factory. That's a Harpoon. Oh my lord, okay. Harpoon Void Spirit, very interesting.
Yeah, I like it. It's slot efficient. It gives you some utility in the chase down. It does allow you to do a little bit more in the middle of these fights now as well. You have to watch out for small KK. He's almost got the Swift Blink up, man. It's kind of scary with how much he's going to have. Like, he's going to have a lot of armor as a Mega Meepo.
Speaking of the Meepo, onto the Doom over the outskirts of this team fight. And yeah, they want nothing to do with that. They're just going to try and go for their own pick-off as well. He's pretty survivable, though. This Vampire Fangs, along with the Radiance, is really making him work for it, but they will still be able to bring him down nonetheless. So in the end, it is a 1-for-1 with the Bane getting killed off, but small KK's hunt and try and catch up to some stragglers. Won't be able to catch out the Sky, but bottom lane maybe might be an easier time for him to see Jumi or Summer. They're continuing on forward away from the base.
Still taking that forward position. It's a little bit hard.
This will see how busted Meepo is. He's completely isolated. No one else is near him. If they're going to kill him, it is now. Hook shot to start from Jumi. And they're all grouped up, so Summer's right clicks are really starting to be a bit of an issue.
Okay.
All right, well, they'll get him at once. Radiant, though, can they react fast enough? They're still really far away.
Oh.
Nice try.
6.4k HP, 49 armor. Look at the stats, man. How is this balanced? 52 armor now. With auras on. 6.4k HP. That must be close to 9k EHP.
Whoa, mid lane. Centaur's in a little bit of trouble at the moment. They don't have the Doom though, so this could be a disastrous fight for Dire as they're going to hold the Void Spirit into place. Killer's able to retreat as well. And now this is going to give a window for small KK to look to enter the fight. Oh, what a jump in Killer. Catches two up on the high ground. Now they can look to move on forward. In and out they go. TZY. The lifesteal is just not enough off the back of the Radiance. These are two heroes without buyback, and that Nightmare might be able to set up for the hook. Someone get out of the way of the punch. Doesn't matter. Small KK, he can dive under the T4 tower. They didn't even need the hook back because there's no concerns about Dire being able to turn it around.
Yeah. They just clean up the objectives. It doesn't take too long to get that push going with a Meepo on hand. And they just keep going. There's just no stopping this. You've got the heart up and running on Killer. He's just super durable right now. So you don't have too many cares in the world. Small KK has pulled back while Killer's taking point, but I mean, even the TA hits are just kind of tickling. There's just no output. And the Swift Blink's up for small KK, so even more armor on the Mega Meep. Again, it's, I don't know, like, man, this hero, man, it's actually gonna have to be a ban. Like a consistent ban against certain teams now.
Lane? Alright, they're going to Doom Lonfer as well. So a lot of hate. Got to make sure you finish your food, and they will do just that.
Yeah.
Not even dead for that long, though. Only 50 seconds.
It's still 33 minutes in, so respawns aren't as long as they could be. I'm interested in seeing what small KK takes at 25. Surely it's just the added Divided We Stand clone. Just because in conjunction with your Mega Meepo, it's just more stats. It's more valuable than just having an extra item on your neutral that you can buy. Although he's in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, he is. Can he get the clone away? He's actually going to bring the other one. Ooh. Beautifully done. Finally, Meepo's going to go down. That's his second death overall of this game. They're able to, I believe, silence the main one. It's a big reason why they were able to blow him up before he was able to get the Mega Meepo out.
Yeah, just that's all you really need to do. And you look at the gold he's worth, 926 plus 1,316. That is a massive amount. And it's not quite enough to off the balance of the game just yet. They can on Prime Meepo, then he's gone for it. At the same time, the small KK realizes that all he needs is like a backpack BKB. And then that changes everything. Pops it in when danger comes, BKB, Mega Meepo, and just drag them all to safety. That's also a play, because you can Mega Meepo through literally everything. I believe you just grab all your Meepos through any spell, even Black Hole. I don't know if it works on Chrono. It feels like it shouldn't work on Chrono, but it works on Black Hole.
Yeah, I've seen the Black Hole one, yeah. Which is very interesting. Nice save for the Meepo. But well, if they keep catching out these main target though, that could prove to be a bit of an issue for him as the game goes on. We're going to see another smoke though from Cactus. Even though they're down 18,000 gold, we're going to be the proactive ones this time. I run into Killer though. He's got a pretty good high ground ward to maybe pop the smoke and get the blink out. Killer seems aware of this. It is daytime, so they're going to get a glimpse of him. Butterfly effect. Great silence onto 2. They're going to be able to blow up the Rubik before the save comes out from Lonfer. And now with the Doom plus the percent damage from the Infernal Blade, they should be able to also bring down the offlaner. So Killer, that's the second death inside the team fight, and they're not even done just yet. Jimmy keeping tabs of the retreating Pudge, so they're going to be able to slowly chase him down in the tree line. Seems to be, I mean, Small KK is starting to move to top, but I think it's going to take a little bit too long for the Meepo to get involved to protect his Pudge.
I'll do the same for you.
Yeah. And Small KK kind of went all in here, buying out that full side of Vice. So he's not going to have any buyback gold if things go south here for the side of Poke. And they still have this lead, but they're dropping a lot of tempo here.
Whoa, he jumped in. Oh, Summer. Oh, it's not enough. Yeah, okay. Boy, you were just mentioning about the Hex.
And it pays off. Like, would have been the window for Cactus to kind of just group up, but they play greedy, they back off. They figure that the Meepo alone is not going to be able to find that kill. Shows off that control and proves otherwise. So he's inching his way towards his buyback once more here for Small KK. He does go for the extra divided stand clone.
Another jump in, this time it's on the Void Spirit. Uh-oh, this Hex pick up. 2 quick kills for Mr. Small KK. What an item choice for him to go down. And that momentum that was starting to build from Cactus from back-to-back team fights going their way is kind of nullified now. Just the pickoffs that we've seen from the Meepo and some very valuable heroes.
Yeah, just massive. All of a sudden, Small KK is keeping this game firmly in the side of Poke. And the respawns are still short enough, but you're not able to capitalize as much on your win. And here we are, an unironic pickup on the Hitch a Ride. Is this the Meepo say? Is that the play? Okay, no, you just all right. Okay.
Oh, that's so funny. He's like, you're coming with me.
Why? Why?
I don't know. All right, so let's see what Dire can do. Roche did just spawn. They've, of course, have the clock to scout. They've got a really good ward at the Rift as well. So if they're ever going to be able to take a fight, maybe with this vision, they can catch Poke off guard with their numbers down low. We'll see. You've got to make something crazy happen, though. They also see a Meepo completely isolated away from the pack. He's not taking it too fast. Does he instantly proof away? Jimmy should be able to cancel it with Hook. And the rest of the Meepo is going to join. Without the Mystic Flash, should be able to pull him up. But he got the Mega Meepo off. And uh-oh. All of a sudden, this is looking mighty scary. 7,300 health they've got to go through. And now the reinforcements, they've arrived. Or the Aurus to be able to keep the Meepo alive. He can dig very shortly as well. The silence will expire and Meepo doesn't even die. What a setup and what a turnaround from Poke. They're even going to be able to get the Skyeth Mage as well. That is... they're on Summer too. Spawn first somehow caught up to the Templar Assassin. So in the end, it's going to be a 5-man wipe. Cactus, they don't even scratch them. No one goes down, completely unscathed is Poke. No buyback on the TA, and that probably is just game.
Man, this Ags, these like a Meepo and individual Meepos. So even if you drop one Meepo low, if Prime's still out there and he gets the Mega Meepo, it doesn't matter. He saves it. You doom up Mega Meepo, sure. How would you eat through 7k HP? That wasn't even like everyone stacked up because one of the Meepos came in late. And he had to make that saving play on small KK on his one clone. Like, there has got to be a fix for this, right? Surely you make Mega Meepo HP rely on current Meepo HP just to make it a little bit more manageable. But man, as it is right now, this hero is just busted. This hero is legitimately busted. You will want a Meepo player on your side every single time. And he will have to kind of eat his Ags, but you know, free up the slot, have the Aegis on.
My God. Oh my God. All right, where did... That's Refresher Shard, right? For Dial? Yep. First got it, okay. So, level 20 as well for the Podge, so extra duration with the Dismember. And you have now accumulated a 27, make it 20,000 net worth lead. And seems like one more fight, though, is going to spell the end. They're only playing with the Clockwork buyback. Some other heroes are relatively close, but I don't think they're going to have enough time to be able to find that farm.
No. I mean, even if you did, you have to pin down Prime Meepo.
Oh, they got Summer. Hey, what, Pudge in a lot of trouble. Hit you right. No way, it's going to keep him alive. The AoE damage. Okay, they bring him down. And a Butterfly Effects jump in the Bane as well. Killer finds a great angle for a double Hoofstomp. Now they've got the Fiend's Grip as well. Ran through. Back up the respectable health, but the Meepo has arrived. He can lock onto the TA. A great force to the high ground, though. Summer's going to be okay. They should still be able to catch Jumi outside the base with the ensnare. Now, small KK, does he want to go for more, though? Simultaneously off to the right side. Killer, he's still running to TZY. This Centaur's... Wait, he's got 900 health? How's he got 900 health? What?
9,000, yeah.
What?
He's got the shard, right? So he gets a little bit more HP on Double Edge. A lot more HP as well. So a 9k HP Centaur with Double Edge, a 9k HP Meepo with Mega Meepo on. I don't know, like your TA is actually decently farmed. This is a Daedalus, Deso, Hurricane Pipe, BKB, Blank TA. And it's a good amount of damage. You're not ripping through either the Centaur or the Meepo, or the Mega Meepo at least here. It's what do you do? What do you do? Overwhelming Blink now as well, so even more HP for Killa. You can't stop it, Ares. This is Dota now. This is the future.
This is Dota now. Oh God. Oh, what has Dota become?
I love it. It's beautiful.
It is. It honestly is. It's a very, very exciting game now. And they're going to be able to... Well, they might take away that Wisdom Room, but not the case. I mean... Well, they still feel like this advantage is not enough for them to go high ground. They want to... It's a demoralizing victory. They want to force Cactus just to call it quits, because we've seen them do it before. They were just tapped out if even without a last fight.
Yeah. Like they'll get a read on the circumstance. Another Scotty coming out for small KK. What does he even swap? Okay, he's just going to wait for the Aegis and have that extra Scotty. So I wonder how much HP he'll have overall. Rubik Ag's up now. More steals. Solo Tormentor. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to do that. But, you know, free 250 gold for everyone.
Whoa, they're coming for him. Wait, where's the main Meepo? It's out to the left, and of course, they still have Aegis. He's under a ward. And he does have the team relatively close this time. So maybe they're going to have to go everyone else. But Killer's got 6,100 health. Pudge has got 3,400 health. And you've also got Greaves on Rubik and everything else to add on top of that as well. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like you have the damage. They popped a shield rune on Killer. and he's just kind of poking around. Look at that barrier he has. 50% of your max HP, a 3k HP barrier.
Just run up high ground. Run up, actually see how tanky you are.
Do it, Killer. Nah. Playing it safe. He's not going all small KK game one, balls to the wall insanity. Playing calculated, man. They have to play it safe. You have to find that win.
Is this too safe though? What's the problem? It's 3%.
No, I don't think it's too safe. I'm telling you, Meepo has no shortcomings. If he rides through early game, which is probably his roughest point, like first 3 levels, 5 levels, even 6 levels. If you ride through and just hit this point, I don't see a shortcoming to this. Unless you get this big AoE Doom from TZY. That is your save now. You jump one Meepo, the Mega Meepo cannot save himself with that AoE sound. So you've got something on hand here to stop the Mega Meepo form from coming out, to stop that save.
Okay. He wants another Scardy on small KK. That's what he needs. Then they can go high ground. Oh, Killer. Let me try and get those double-edged stacks going. 7,500 health now. Very cool, very cool.
You literally don't kill anyone.
How fast would the tower die with all that? Whoa! 9 fucking K health. What?
Yeah, dude.
Dude. What am I looking at? Von Fur as well now is on Doom. I want him to stand under a tier 4 tower and see how much a Retaliate does with all his strength. Oh, another jump in. Can he get over 1,000 health? I'd like to see it. Keep it going, brother. Aaron might go down. Somehow he's still alive as well. And now small KK.
Oh, the AoE Doom.
Well, there's the AoE Doom. That's what you were mentioning. That's the window. They have to kill off the Meepo inside this duration. And it looks like they might be able to. Nightmare getting him away. They doomed actually the main Meepo. Oh, they ate him. Oh, no way. They ate him.
Oh, my God.
So he's still alive. And now the rest of the Meepos, they've been able to heal back up. And it's a disaster of a fight.
No way.
It was looking good to start, but Lonfer gobbles up the main Meepo, keeps him healthy, gets rid of the AoE Doom. And in the end, they're going to have to call it. It was a wild series, a wild game as well, with a lot of experimenting going on. Somehow we predicted the Meepo before the draft even started. And, well, with that Heroes poke, they're going to be able to...